Hello, StarCraft fans! This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. This is a game between Euthermal and Wellmu on Echo, the latter edition. In the bottom right side of the map, we have the blue Protoss player. It is Wellmu from Ents Gaming. And in the top left side of the map, we have the red Terran player. It is Euthermal from Team Liquid. Alright, you may have noticed that I'm sounding a little bit sick, and that is because I am sick. This little illness that I have is getting a little bit worse every single day. I'm going to go to the doctor tomorrow if it doesn't get any better. I hope my voice improves as this cast goes on, but if it doesn't, please forgive me, and I hope you enjoy this cast. Alright, so a PVT from patch 3.8. This is the first PVT that I've cached from this patch. We'll see if Cyclones enter into it. And we'll see if Protoss is at as much a disadvantage as people are complaining about. I tend to wait until the New Balance patch has been out for like 2 or 3 weeks, maybe a little bit longer until the meta has settled down to basically make any statements about it. So we'll go ahead and just observe and see what's going on, and if anything looks super overpowered, we'll maybe make note of that but not complain about it too much. Looks like a Reaper expand here from Euthermal. There's that barracks. Going to finish up in just a couple seconds. And Kajunk. There it is. And it's going to be a Marine. Marine opening from Euthermal. This is Echo. Once again, I have cast games on this map before back in Heart of the Swarm. I'll go ahead and put a link to one of those games in the top right here. You can check that one out. This one not as long ago as the ones I've been linking to. If you haven't been watching those, or at least watching in just a couple minutes of them, it's very, very entertaining. At least for me, to go back and see how things, how I deal with casts, and just the difference in the game as well can also be very fun to see at the same time. There's the expansion from Euthermal. Wellmu did try to block that thing. Did try to block it. Didn't exactly work out for him. And a factory on the way for Team Liquid's representative. Meanwhile, Cybernetics Core just now finishing up immediate Warp Gate research out of Wellmu, and a Stalker opening here from Wellmu. So positioning of the pylon, very, very nice. Dealing with any early aggression from Hellions or Marines. Can be photon overcharged and shot as they're coming up the ramp here into the natural base. The third base on this map is a little bit weird to take. You've got one just to the north of your main base. If you're in the bottom right here, that's kind of convenient. You also have one to the left of the natural base that is also fairly easy to get to, but I feel like your third base is going to be to the right, just because it's a little bit easier to defend. You can knock down this cooling tower and create a bit of a blockade, at least from one angle of entrance there, and I think that's what we're going to see. Actually, is this, this is Echo. This might actually be really early Heart of the Swarm in the ladder pool. I do remember casting games with Walnut on this map. If you remember Walnut, you've been around for a while. He was one of my first contributors to the channel back in the day, especially for Legacy of the Void. He was really good for LOTV replays. I'm not sure what happened to him. I did check out his channel recently, and he's playing mostly other games, unfortunately, but still, really cool dude. Did some stuff with him. Did like an episode of a video blog with some other people, just talking about gaming in general, but in the end, that he kind of fell off, and I think he's playing other stuff, and that is just fine. That is just fine. I'm all for people doing what they want to do and what makes them happy. Factory making a Widow Mine and a Medevac on the way outside of this starport. So it's going to be a Widow Mine drop here for our Terran player. That's a very standard opening against Protoss. We see it quite a bit. The Marines knocking down these unbuildable plates, and they get knocked down very quickly to avoid misclicks in the future. Somebody pointed out in one of my casts, I think last week or 2 weeks ago, that somebody actually did misclick by clicking on those unbuildable plates, trying to attack, trying to defend their own base. And it was a bit of a problem. So, you know what? Might as well do that. If you've got some some units down here, just chilling in the early stages of the game, you can kill those, and it probably will not be a too bad thing for you. See, Wellmu did not do that. And here comes the Widow Mine drop. Nope! That's not a Widow Mine drop at all. That's actually full of Marines. I thought for sure this would be a Widow Mine drop type play, but no. Instead, Euthermal going for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Marines inside this medevac, not the full 8. And actually going to unload here at the potential third base. Oh, Probe comes in. Boop. Sorry, Probe. You're dead. No third base for you. Wellmu, very sad about that one. And medevac going to swoop on down here into the main base. There should be some response here from Wellmu. I mean, I think he saw that happening. Yeah, a couple Stalkers warping on in. Another Stalker as well, and does manage to push Euthermal back. Another drop coming in. This one is Widow Mines down this left side. So double-pronged harass attempted here. There are a couple Stalkers inside this mineral line of Wellmu. He's ready for this, though. He's ready for Euthermal's shenanigans all the way 100%, no question about that. Observer dies here at the third base location as well. That just hurts. That just hurts. Euthermal is playing this so well in the early game, just 5 minutes into it so far, but already I'm going to have to say he's pretty far ahead. About 250 resources lost for the Protoss and nothing for the Terran. Stalker count, though, for Whelmu keeps getting bigger, and the longer this goes on, the longer I feel like Protoss has a pretty good advantage. He is getting that third base up. It is 46 to 42 workers. Whelmu with the lead there. Euthermal just kind of hanging out. I mean, I guess he's walling off back home. He is bringing a Liberator here, too, so it's a triple-pronged offensive. Marines dropping, going to try to take down this third base that's under construction while a Liberator moves into the main base to set up at that mineral line. This is absolutely sick. This is sick from Euthermal. Widow Mines in the natural base as well. Liberator getting some shots down on these probes. Whelmu not responding very well to that one. Nexus is going to possibly be saved, and no, it is not saved. Forcing the cancel at just the last second here. Liberator with 6 total kills. Widow Mines still sitting inside this natural mineral line, but Photon Overcharge plus an Observer gets rid of those. But 17 probes were killed during those attacks. Liberator with 6 kills to its name, and is able to even escape with her life as well. Wow, triple-pronged attack from Euthermal. Absolutely insane. What a great play from the Terran player. Very patient. Made it happen with the Marine drop at the third, taking down the Nexus with the Liberator at the main base. 6 kills there, and then Widow Mines in the natural base. Probably another 10 or so. Is it? Yeah, about 10 or 12 or so back here. So just a success on all 3 prongs of that attack. Really what you want to see if you're a Terran player for sure, especially if you're going to be down 1 base if they don't succeed. There's actually a siege tank sitting inside the mineral line of Liquid Thermal's natural. I'm not sure what that's doing there. It's a little bit too far away to really defend the front. Is he worried about drops? I mean, I guess Stalker stuff, Stalker Warpins. I don't know, seems odd. Also, I'm not sure why he isn't expanded yet. Okay, he is. He's moving an orbital command over to that third base location just south of his own main base, and here comes the Stalker push from Whelmu. I don't know how well this is going to do. There are tanks in good positions here for Euthermal, 3 of them to be exact, a bunch of Marines. All of these units do very well against Stalkers, and free tank though. Bam! Stalker's showing up a little bit earlier than Euthermal was ready for. All the tanks are going to die. Amazing play there by Euthermal, getting a little bit lucky. Euthermal was mixing out, or by Whelmu. Euthermal was moving out at the same time at the wrong time. His tanks were not sieged. There's another Liberator attack here at the third base, killing more and more of those probes. 4 of those probes have dead. Marines, Marauders coming in to try to take down these Stalkers, but good blink away from Whelmu. And the orbital command is almost sniped out of the sky by those Stalkers, but instead is able to survive and come back down for the landing. Did they get that Liberator? Looks like they got the Liberator here at the third base, but 4 probes were killed. 3 SCVs killed in the attack here as well, and just the blink Stalkers being pretty darn annoying to this point. So Whelmu's back up to 56 versus 57 workers. He is not losing any sleep over those early losses that he sustained. He's continuing to macro up, continuing to stick with his game plan, and so far he's kind of been able to keep Euthermal on the back foot, especially keeping that tank count low is going to be really important for him if he's going to continue to rely on these Stalkers. He is getting an Immortal. He is getting another robotics facility for a total of 2, and a robotics bay, possibly for Disruptor, possibly for Colossus. One of these 2 are likely going to be seen. Mothership core here at the natural base, ready to photon overcharge that pylon, but 3 medevacs coming down this left side, going to try to drop inside the natural and do some damage there. Hallucinated Phoenix flying in to Liquid Thermal's, all of his bases really. The third base, the main base, the natural base. Going to swing around and see exactly what is going on in here. There's the scan of the natural, and here comes a drop. Medevac's going to come on in. Double photon overcharge, triple photon overcharge available here. Mothership core does have enough for that, but no, moving into the main instead, bypassing the natural entirely, and actually holding off that Mothership core, not allowing her up in here to save anything. There is a Colossus on the way for Whelmu, but bam, that robotics facility dies immediately. This stutter step action from Euthermal, absolutely nuts. +1/+1 of these. The other robotics facility taken down by Euthermal, taking down pylons, depowering cybernetics cores, and retreating at this point. Good job by Whelmu setting up some Stalkers here at the third base, not allowing these medevacs to get in there and do any more damage than they've already done. But man, that was massive. 2 robotics facilities killed, a pylon depowering, 3 gateways, Twilight Council, and a cybernetics core. Another push of Marines and Marauders coming down here from Euthermal. It is 144 to 110 total supply. Euthermal has a nice lead at this point. Swinging back around here is Euthermal, dropping back inside the main with these Marines and these Marauders. +2/+2 on the way. Not going to be there yet, but it's not really necessary, as it turns out. He's going to try to take out a gateway. No, their army shows up for Wellmu and defends just in time. And the medevacs boost out. Are they going to go into this third base? There's really nothing defending there, as it turns out. This other small attack of Marines and Marauders coming up the front from Euthermal, but Photon Overcharge available. Enough to send those away, at least temporarily. So it's 63 to 60 workers. Wellmu actually still has a worker lead on his opponent, even after all of these attacks. Extended Thermal Lance on the way. Colossus coming in. Wellmu sticking again to what he's doing, getting +2 ground weapons. That is the advanced ballistics upgrade for Liberators, increasing the range on those suckers. There is the upgrade on the medevacs right here. High capacity fuel tanks, which you can research, but I don't think anybody's really ever going to get it. I feel like the base afterburner ability that medevacs have is good enough, in my particular estimation. Alright, so what do we got here? Immortals, Sentries, Stalkers, and knocking down their own debris to reopen that north gate out of that third base. And here we go, Stalker, Immortal, Adept, Sentry, pushing forward as Euthermal with Marines, Marauders, and Liberators. Pretty good force fields. Pinning some of this bio up against it, blinking to the left side with the Stalkers, trying to kill those Liberators. Not enough. Not enough. So much bio here on the ground. The Colossus is trying to burn through as many Marines as possible. Photon Overcharge also available, blinking forward with the Stalkers, killing 1, 2, and the third Liberator not able to fall, and that's it. GG from Wellmu. Wellmu is defeated, and Euthermal is victorious, getting the win for Terran today. Terran. Did I say Terry? I meant Terran. Either way, these guys need to leave the game, so my music will stop. But, yep, that's going to be it. That is going to be it for this match between Euthermal and Wellmu. Again, it was just consistent harassment, good attacks all over the place from the Terran player. Didn't really lose his third base either. Probes lost was 41. I mean, 41 probe kills is enough to get you a win in most situations in StarCraft 2. And again, it was just Marine, Marauder, Widow Mines, Liberators, Medevacs dropping all over the place. That big attack inside the main was also huge for Euthermal, and one was forced to tap out. So that's going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit the subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, and Patreon, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching. And you take care of yourself.